Hello crafters, this is Julia Fair in Fair's Craft Lair, and I have another well, this will be on YouTube also, but I keep saying YouTube Tuesday, but I've switched my dates, and so I've got to get that in my head. But it is Tuesday, and we're doing our Facebook Live today, and I will be posting this on YouTube on Thursday. Be sure to visit my blog, and if you're looking for a demonstrator, message me, and I will get you hooked up with some products if you're looking for that, or a class, or some sort of workshop, anything like that. So let me know. I have this card for our tutorial that's on my blog today, and I wanted to go through and show you how I made this. Of course, I can't make anything exactly the same way twice, so I'm going to change up the color scheme for you, but we've been working with our product of the week is the Gingham Gala Designer Series paper. So instead of just using it as a layer or as a background, today I'm using it as a focal piece, and so I wanted to show you guys that this paper is definitely effective in that way. So you can do other things with it besides just make layers, with it. And it's really fun and easy to do, and it's with punches. So we're going to get started today, and this was Granny Apple Green with Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, and this is the Highland Heather paper that's in that pack, and I'm switching that up to be Grapefruit Grove. Alright, so I've got my layers here, and we're using the Incredible Like You stamp set, and of course I can't keep the same sentiment that I was doing before either, so I have switched it up. We're doing Hope Your Day is as Amazing as You. So we're going to do that. We're going to stamp first, and this is Calypso Coral, the cardstock that I'm using right now is Calypso Coral. I'm going to put that, just taking a second to line it up, and then press it straight down, hold for a couple seconds, get some really good contact with paper. If you have a Stampin' Pierce mat, you should use it. I did not pull mine out because I want to make sure that we're moving along. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. Whoop, and I'm just gonna be hitting everything today. I'm throwing stamp ink pads around. Okay, so I'm taking some snail. Sorry, my camera was bouncing there too. I'm taking some snail, and I'm going to adhere that to the Granny Apple Green layer here. You hear some little noises in the background. There are birds right outside my window. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of them. They're really cute. Alright, so I'm keeping the Granny Apple Green, and I love this texture weave ribbon. It is so beautiful and super easy to use. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. And I'm just taking a couple mini glue dots. I'm going to stick that on the top and bottom. And actually, I want to do one kind of in the middle where I think my ribbon's going to go over, and I'll show you why that's important in a second. Right now we're going to lay this on top, catch the top, catch the bottom, and get my snips and clip it off. This stamp set is awesome. It has a lot of great things that, a lot of great images that you can layer together, including some background images. So that glue dot just caught that, all right? And what that's going to do, again, I'll show you in a second, but it's going to hold that ribbon in place better where we're going to put our flower on top of, so that the flower is not moving around. All right, and I've got all that. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask, and I will do my best to answer them as soon as I am off my video for you. Alright, so now we're going to start punching, and this is the daisy punch. We're going to do 2 of them. There's one, and it likes to get caught. That's okay. I try to punch them out about the same way because with this pattern, because it's so geometrical, you want the pattern to kind of line up the same. All right. And then let's do this one first. All right, then I have some Granny Apple Green cardstock, and I'm going to get, you can see I used it for the other one, 3 leaves. We're going to add these in afterwards. There we go. And last but not least, we're going to use the 3/4 inch circle punch and some sparkle glimmer paper. I love this stuff. It's so wonderful. All right. Before I start assembling all these little pieces, I'm going to take my glimmer paper and I'm taking the light Granny Apple Green blend. And I'm going to go over it. And I don't like to drag my marker on the glimmer paper because it's a felt tip. I don't want to ruin it, so I tend to dot, right? So I would recommend that for you. You may find that it's okay once in a while to do that, but honestly, if I was going to be doing any number of these besides just 1 or 2, I want to make sure I'm only dotting, and I want my markers to last a good long time. So, but because it's alcohol ink, it will color that and it will stay, which is awesome. So, they're great to use. You just want to make sure that you're not damaging the tip of your marker when you do it. And I just got that done, and it's all there, which is cool. And I'm just going to give it a second to kind of, you know, get the ink incorporated. All right, and we're going to overlap our petals, and we want them to, you line up the centers, but then offset the petals so that they fill in any spaces, which is great and really fun. And you could do a third one if you want to. I find 2 is plenty for me. Okay, so do I want that side or do I want that side? I still like the smaller one. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is take my bone folder and I am going to come through and curl all of these, just like you do curling ribbon. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm just going to pop it up, push them all up. There you go. You can also just, if you don't want to do that with the curling ribbon technique, you can just cup it in your hand and it'll make the petals kind of stick up. All right, and then on the back side of that, we're just going to be focusing on adhering the middle because I want those flowers to be, the petals to pop. So I'm going to give it a good amount of the mini glue dots on the back side. Well, that one's okay. Not right the perfect spot, but it's still okay. All right, there we go. And I got another one a little off there. Okay, and I'm going to press this down onto my card. There we go. So now all I have to do, you can use some mini glue dots. Actually, I'm going to do mini glue dots because I forget that this, it's kind of, it's got like a plastic coating, a very smooth coating on the back, so you want to make sure that it adheres really well. So I use a lot more glue dots than you probably need, but that's because I want to make sure that my projects last a long time. These, you know, when I make samples, they have to really last a long time. Or if you know that you're going to mail something like this, you want to make sure that it definitely has a good amount of adhesive. All right, so I got the center on there, and now all I'm going to do is put a little bit of adhesive on those leaves, and I stick the stem under the flower and just tack it down like that. Gonna do it again. We don't need a lot of adhesive, it's just to hold them in place, just to hold the leaves in place. And I like doing 2 on one side and filling in that space, and then I will do 1 on the other side. There, like that. Okay, so I have one final thing to do, and it's so funny, I've used up all the green on this and I haven't used any other colors. Okay, so we're going to add some glitter enamel dots. All right, just to add some interest on there. And that's how the card looks. I think this is a really, really fun card to make, and it's super easy. It doesn't require a ton of supplies. You definitely don't even have to have a big shot in order to make some really fun things. You just need a couple punches. So if you like making flowers, I highly recommend the daisy punch and the leaf punch. You can do a lot of great flowers with that. And the big shot is definitely not something that you need in order to make really cool paper shapes and stuff like that. So I hope if you have any questions that you'll drop me a note. Until next time, I hope you have a marvelous Tuesday, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for dropping by.